Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel like your body is a decade or two older than the number on your birth certificate? Or maybe, on a good day, you feel surprisingly spry and wonder if you've somehow tricked time itself. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? This disconnect between the years that have passed and the way your joints creak, or how quickly you get winded just climbing a flight of stairs. We often talk about chronological age, the simple number of years since we were born. But what about our biological age? That's the real story. The true indicator of how well our bodies are functioning, how resilient they are, and ultimately, how long they're likely to keep us living vibrantly. The painful reality is that many of us are aging faster on the inside than we realize, simply because we're not paying attention to the subtle signals our bodies are sending. We might dismiss those little aches or that shortness of breath as just part of getting older. But what if they're signs that our biological clock is ticking a bit too fast? What if there was a way to truly see how your body is aging? Not just by looking in a mirror, but by understanding its deeper capabilities. Well, there is a secret, or rather, a set of incredibly simple, at-home tests that can reveal your body's real age. These aren't complex medical procedures. They're quick, everyday movements that offer profound insights into your strength, balance, flexibility, and even your brain health. In this video, we're going to explore 5 such tests, all of which you can do right in your living room. And each one will give you a piece of the puzzle about your body's true biological age. These aren't just for curiosity's sake. They're powerful tools to help you understand where you might need a little extra attention to feel your absolute best. So, get ready to discover something truly eye-opening. And make sure you watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right into the first one. A test that might seem incredibly simple, yet it holds a wealth of information about your neurological health, your muscle strength, and your overall risk of falls. We're talking about your balance. Imagine being able to stand tall, confident in your steps, whether you're navigating a busy sidewalk, reaching for something on a high shelf, or simply walking across an uneven patch of grass without a second thought. Good balance isn't just about avoiding tumbles. It's a cornerstone of independence and a clear marker of how young your body truly feels. The first test is simply to stand on one leg. Now, before you dismiss this as too easy or too hard, let's talk about how to do it properly and what it can tell you. For this test, you'll want to be in a safe space, ideally near a sturdy counter or a wall that you can lightly touch if you feel unsteady. You're not trying to do a yoga pose. You're simply lifting one foot a few inches off the floor, keeping your eyes open, and seeing how long you can maintain your balance without putting your foot down or grabbing onto something for support. If you find yourself wobbling, or if you can only hold it for a few seconds, don't fret. This is valuable information. The goal here is awareness, not perfection. Try it on both legs, one at a time. And time yourself with a clock or a stopwatch on your phone. So, what are we looking for here, generally speaking? If you're in your 60s, being able to hold this position for 10 to 15 seconds on each leg is considered quite good. If you're in your 70s, aiming for 7 to 10 seconds is a solid benchmark. And for those of us in our 80s and beyond, even 3 to 5 seconds can be a fantastic start. But more important than hitting a specific number is noticing your own improvement over time. Why is this so crucial? Well, balance relies on a complex interplay between your inner ear, your eyes, and your muscles and joints. As we age, these systems can become a little less sharp, leading to a higher risk of falls, which, as we all know, can have serious consequences. A strong balance system means your brain and body are communicating efficiently, keeping you steady and agile, much like they did when you were younger. Think about how this applies to your daily life. Whether you're stepping off a curb, reaching for something in the pantry, or even just turning around quickly to answer the doorbell, your balance is constantly at work. If your balance isn't where you'd like it to be, the good news is that it's highly trainable. Simple exercises like heel-to-toe walking, where you place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, as if walking on a tightrope, can make a huge difference. Even just practicing standing on one leg for short bursts while you're waiting for the kettle to boil or brushing your teeth can slowly but surely improve your stability. Activities like Tai Chi are also incredibly effective because they focus on slow, deliberate movements that build strength and coordination. So, while this test might reveal a little wobble, it also reveals a powerful opportunity to improve your body's youthful agility. Now that we've looked at how well you can stand on your own 2 feet, let's explore another crucial indicator of your body's youthfulness, one that often surprises people with how much it reveals. Speaking of strength, our next test focuses on something we often take for granted until we can't do it as easily anymore: your grip strength. Have you ever struggled to open a jar, or found yourself needing a little help with a heavy bag of groceries? These moments aren't just minor inconveniences. They can actually be quiet signals about your overall health. Your grip strength isn't just about your hands and forearms. It's a surprisingly strong predictor of overall muscle mass, bone density, and even your cardiovascular health and longevity. It's like a little window into the general resilience and vitality of your entire body. Now, how do you test this at home while professional medical settings use a special dynamometer? You can get a very good indication with something as simple as a stress ball, a tennis ball, or even just making a tight fist. The idea is to squeeze it as hard as you can, or, if you're using your fist, really focus on clenching it for a few seconds. Feel the effort. Notice the intensity. For a slightly more measurable approach, you could even try pressing your hand into a bathroom scale, the kind you stand on, and see what reading you get. Though this requires a bit of consistency in how you apply pressure, the real value comes from seeing how you improve over time. What are we looking for here? Stronger grip strength generally correlates with a healthier biological age. Studies have shown that people with stronger grips tend to live longer, experience fewer chronic diseases, and maintain their independence later in life. This is because grip strength is often seen as a proxy for overall muscle strength throughout the body. If your hand muscles are strong, it's a good sign that your other major muscle groups are also in good shape. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. And this decline can significantly impact our quality of life, making everyday tasks harder and increasing the risk of frailty. So, if your grip isn't as strong as you'd like, what can you do? Simple exercises can make a world of difference. Squeezing a tennis ball or a dedicated hand exercise ball a few times a day is incredibly effective. You can also use resistance bands, even just stretching them with your fingers and hands. Think about incorporating activities that naturally build hand strength, like gardening, carrying grocery bags using good form, of course, or even knitting and crocheting, which keep your finger and hand muscles active. Don't underestimate the power of these seemingly small actions. They add up to a noticeable difference in your overall vitality. Next up, let's talk about something we do dozens of times a day without thinking, but which also provides a powerful insight into your body's functional age: getting up from a chair. From getting up and down, let's move on to something that truly reflects your cardiovascular fitness and lung health, and how easily you can navigate your world. The third test is often called the sit-to-stand test, or the chair-stand test. This one is all about your leg strength, core stability, and how efficiently your body can transition from sitting to standing. It's a direct measure of your functional mobility, which is crucial for everything from getting off the sofa to getting out of bed, or even just reaching for something on a low shelf. For this test, you'll need a sturdy chair without arms, placed against a wall so it doesn't slide. Sit squarely in the middle of the chair with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. Now, the goal is to stand up completely without using your hands, and then sit back down fully, controlling the movement, and repeating this as many times as you can in 30 seconds. It's not about rushing, it's about controlled, full movements. Take a deep breath, get ready, and start your timer. What does this test reveal? The number of times you can stand up and sit down in 30 seconds gives you a clear picture of your lower body strength and endurance. Generally, if you're in your 60s, being able to complete 12-17 repetitions is considered average to good. For those in their 70s, 10 to 15 repetitions is a solid benchmark. And for our friends in their 80s, 7 to 12 repetitions shows good functional strength. If you find yourself struggling to reach these numbers, or if you feel very wobbly, it suggests that your lower body strength might be lagging behind your chronological age. This is important because strong legs and a strong core are your primary defense against falls and are essential for maintaining independence as you age. They empower you to keep walking, climbing stairs, and enjoying activities that require moving around. The good news is that this is another area where you can make significant improvements. The very act of practicing the chair stand test is an excellent exercise in itself. Start by doing just a few repetitions several times a day. As you get stronger, you can increase the number. You can also incorporate simple squats into your routine. Start by using a chair to guide your movement, lowering yourself as if you're about to sit down, but then standing back up before you fully touch the chair. Walking upstairs more often, even just a few flights, is also fantastic for building leg strength. Think about how much easier daily life becomes when your legs feel strong and capable. We've covered strength, balance, and the ability to move fluidly. But there's one more area that can tell us a tremendous amount about your internal vitality and how well your body is truly holding up your flexibility. This isn't just about being able to touch your toes. It's about the range of motion in your joints, the health of your muscles and connective tissues, and how easily you can perform everyday movements without stiffness or strain. Stiffness is a hallmark of aging, making everything from tying your shoes to reaching for something in the back seat of the car a challenge. For our fourth test, let's try two simple flexibility assessments. The first is a classic, the sit and reach test. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you, heels about 10-12 inches apart. Try to reach forward towards your toes, keeping your knees straight. Notice how far you can reach. Can you touch your toes? Go past them, or are you a few inches shy? Don't strain or bounce, just a gentle, sustained stretch. The second test is for shoulder flexibility, which is crucial for reaching and lifting. Stand up straight and try to reach one hand over your shoulder and down your back, while simultaneously reaching the other hand up your back from below, trying to touch your fingers together. Note how close you can get your hands. What do these tests tell us? Good flexibility indicates healthy joints, elastic muscles, and well-hydrated connective tissues. As we age, if we don't actively work on maintaining our flexibility, our muscles shorten, our joints become stiffer, and our range of motion decreases. This isn't just uncomfortable, it increases your risk of injury and limits your ability to perform daily tasks and enjoy hobbies like gardening, golfing, or playing with grandchildren. If you find your flexibility isn't quite where you'd like it to be, it's a clear signal that your biological age might be ticking a little faster in this department. But here's the encouraging news. Flexibility is another area that responds beautifully to consistent effort. Gentle, regular stretching is key. Incorporate simple stretches into your daily routine, perhaps first thing in the morning or before bed. Think about stretching your hamstrings, your shoulders, and your back. Activities like yoga, Pilates, or even just a dedicated 10-15 minutes of gentle stretching each day can significantly improve your range of motion. Even just focusing on moving your joints through their full range of motion during daily activities can help. For instance, when you reach for something, really extend your arm. When you bend down, try to keep your back straight and engage your leg muscles. These small acts of mindful movement can cumulatively restore your youthful flexibility. And now, for our final test. We'll move from physical capabilities to something that tells us about the sharpness of your mind. We've covered physical attributes like strength, balance, and flexibility. But there's one more critical aspect that tells us a tremendous amount about your internal vitality and how young your brain truly is: your reaction time. This isn't just about catching a dropped item. It reflects your neurological processing speed, your cognitive function, and how quickly your brain and body communicate. A sharp reaction time is a sign of a vibrant, well-tuned nervous system. Much like when we were younger, it's what helps you avoid a stumble, react to unexpected changes on the road, or even keep up with a fast-paced conversation. For our fifth and final test, we're going to measure your reaction time. One classic way to do this at home is the ruler drop test. You'll need a standard 12-inch ruler and a partner. Have your partner hold the ruler vertically, with the 0-inch mark just above your open thumb and forefinger. Your hand should be resting on a table or flat surface. Without warning, your partner drops the ruler, and you try to catch it as quickly as possible. Note the measurement where you caught the ruler. The lower the number, the faster your reaction time. You can do this a few times and take an average. If you don't have a partner, there are many simple online reaction time tests you can find with a quick search, often involving clicking a button as soon as a visual cue appears. What does your reaction time reveal? Faster reaction times are associated with better cognitive function, greater alertness, and even a reduced risk of falls because you can respond more quickly to unexpected changes in your environment. As we age, our reaction times can naturally slow down. This isn't just about reflexes. It's about how efficiently your brain processes information and sends signals to your muscles. If your reaction time is slower than you'd like, it's a signal that your brain might benefit from some targeted stimulation, helping it stay as agile and responsive as possible. The great news is that just like your muscles, your brain can be trained to improve its speed and efficiency. Engaging in activities that require quick thinking and hand-eye coordination can make a real difference. Think about playing card games, solving puzzles, learning a new instrument, or even trying out some of the many brain training apps available. Certain types of exercise, especially those that involve changing directions quickly or reacting to a ball, like tennis or even just a simple game of catch, can also significantly boost your reaction time by improving the brain-body connection. Even something as simple as trying to type faster or playing a video game, really can stimulate those neural pathways. It's about keeping your brain active, engaged, and challenged in new ways, constantly building new connections that keep it feeling young and sharp. So, we've explored these 5 incredibly insightful tests, giving you a clearer picture of your body's true age. We looked at the simple one-leg balance test, revealing your stability and neurological health. Then we assessed your grip strength, which is a surprising indicator of overall muscle mass and longevity. We challenged your lower body and core with the sit-to-stand test, a measure of your functional independence. We explored your flexibility through the sit and reach and shoulder reach, understanding how agile and supple your body truly is. And finally, we peeked into the sharpness of your mind with a reaction time test, showing how quickly your brain and body communicate. Remember, these tests aren't about judging yourself or feeling discouraged. Quite the opposite. They are powerful tools for self-discovery and empowerment. They give you a baseline, a starting point to understand where you are right now. The real beauty of these insights is that they empower you to take action. Every single one of these areas, your balance, your strength, your flexibility, and your mental quickness, is trainable and improvable. Regardless of your chronological age, small, consistent changes truly can make a monumental difference to your health and happiness. Think about it: just a few minutes a day dedicated to some balance practice, or squeezing a tennis ball, or doing a few chair stands, or gently stretching, or even playing a quick brain game, can slowly but surely turn back your body's biological clock. It's about being proactive, listening to your body's signals, and giving it the care and attention it deserves to thrive. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership. You just need a willingness to invest a little time in yourself, right there in the comfort of your own home. You have far more control over how your body ages than you might have ever imagined. The real surprise isn't just knowing your body's age, but realizing how much power you truly possess to influence it, to write a new, more vibrant chapter for yourself. It's about embracing the journey of lifelong vitality, understanding that every small effort compounds into significant improvements. So, take these tests, learn from them, and then gently challenge yourself to improve, even by a little bit, each week. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Which of these tests did you find most surprising or most revealing about your own body? What are your own little tips or habits that help you feel younger and more vibrant every day? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, and I truly hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people discover this content and embark on their own journey to a more youthful biological age. And if you're looking for more practical, encouraging ways to live a vibrant, fulfilling life at any age, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Remember, your birth certificate is just a number. Your true age is a reflection of how well you care for your amazing body and mind. Keep moving, keep learning, keep smiling. Live your best life at every age. You deserve to feel fantastic, no matter what the calendar says.